Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Botany Manor. This will be the start of a new chapter in the library, just right where we left off in the previous part. So, our sister sent us a letter to say that she changed the passcode to this lock, and she said it was her name, which is E. Wait, I already forgot her initials. I have to go back and look at it. I just know her name is Elizabeth, but Elizabeth Ann Green. So EAG EAG. Let's do this. Oh, that's how you do it. EAG. That's not it. Elizabeth Ann Green. Excuse me? Wait, was it her name or my name? Ah, great. Now we gotta look at her letter again. Or unless it's not Green, that's the last name. She's married, right? So it has to be her husband's name. So wait, what did she say? The new code for the door is the three initials of my name. So that's definitely our sister, Elizabeth. Wait, I think that's probably it. It's not supposed to be green. The only reason why it says green is because the person that created it just said, "Oh, per your request, I just put all the women's maiden name on there," even though that's not technically the name that they go by. I think it should be Elizabeth Ann Hopgood. So EAH, right? If this is not it, then I have no clue. EAH. Yeah, okay. Well, that was a short intro to it. Modern methods of teaching. You can sit. What the frick? Oh my goodness, the walking sound effects. Thank you card. Dear Lady Green, thank you kindly for the flower books you sent for my daughters. To this day, they still show an interest in learning more about plants and painting. I am keen that my daughters have access to a good education, so I hope you don't mind me putting it upon you that you might be able to teach them somehow. Your dedication and knowledge seems so rare and inaccessible elsewhere for young girls like mine. I hope you will consider my proposal. Sincerest regards, Olive Campbell. Let's do it. Let's open up a school for everyone, boys and girls. Oh, I'm sorry for all the various pausing that I do in this game. It's just I really love hearing those intros of the soundtracks. So this was the start of the fourth one. It said Botanical Allies I think is what it said, but I didn't go in here to study. Oh, never mind. I didn't need to. That's great. So we have ourselves the lovely library. I also made it in such a way that it was like a nice screen. Maybe this is what I'll put as a thumbnail. That's kind of why I kind of do those specific pausing on the screen sometimes. I do that so that I can actually have a decent thumbnail when I'm uploading the video. So yeah, looks like we have a very cute library. I really like how this looks. What did I just do? Jesus. That scared the crap out of me. The sound effects was really loud. The fox and the crow. Wait, we didn't even look at the flowers. I saw that the four? There's four in this chapter. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. He saw the crow sitting on a tree branch, holding a big piece of tasty cheese in her beak. So the fox came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was suspicious of the fox and kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all birds, with a big, strong beak. Oh, what a song that beak must make! It must be the song of a queen. Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it. Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicion and also her dinner, so she opened her beak wide to utter her loudest caw, and down fell the cheese straight into the fox's open mouth. Classic. Classic deceit for the fox. Ooh, mushrooms. Okay, let's take a look at the there was an additional clue in chapter 3 that I did not find. Oh man. Does that mean there's like other Oh, well chapter 2 was fine. Oh, it's just chapter 3 that I missed out on something. Dude, I want to go back and find that though. Oh, was it this? Religious blessing. Blessed is this kitchen by grace and holy light. May all those who enter find comfort and respite. Blessed is the is that heart? What does it say? Blessed is each room? That definitely does not say that. It looks like hearth. Blessed is the hearth. But it says blessed is each room? With laughter and with cheer, may the love shared here be held forever dear. To those who serve the Lord, who seek their sanctuary, remember the year of construction, for this, friends, is the key, gifted by Nicholas Owen. Botanical allies, we have ourselves Nightfall, Lilium Hesperides, wow, how did I butcher that so bad? Actually, I don't even know how to say this. Hesperides? Hesperides? I actually don't know. I vaguely recall my grandmother studying the Nightfall when I was young. 8 clues. Wow. Wow. Grandma's vault. Ooh, a mushroom? Sapphire gloom. Sathirella? Carulia. I have no idea if I'm saying any of this right. Judging by the name, I don't believe this to be an edible mushroom. Only 2 clues. It's in the study, and that's locked, so we cannot access that. Cradle fern. Blecknimnitis. The past years, these ferns have drastically declined on the bank, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. Master bedroom and brook chalice. Ranunculus condatus. My friend wrote to me about the brook chalice, which made me want to research them in the attic. Okay. Interesting. We will stumble upon them, like, eventually, but we have a book here. Wonders of the Night Sky. I don't understand why they show me these books when I can't even go through them. Okay, looks like there's not much else in there, which is a shame. I like that area. A bunch of frames. I feel like we've seen this before, like the apple one is definitely in the apple area. Got ourselves a feather. Okay, here we go. Here's something. The golden fish. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. The Magikarp cried, "Please let me live. I'm not a fish, but a prince enchanted by a wicked spell." So, the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learned of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return for its freedom. A cottage instead of the hovel where they lived. Hovel? So the fishermen returned to the shore, and the fish granted their wish. But the wife was greedy and demanded riches, a palace, and servants. All the while the ocean became darker, and the shore was black with dirt. Finally, the wife wished to be so powerful that she could grant wishes for herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all of the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again, the shore cleaned, and the fisherman never saw the golden fish ever again. Why did the fish even bother granting her other wishes in the first place, though? Ball invitation. Your company is respectfully solicited at a New Year's ball to be given at Somerset Hall. Thursday, 4th January 1860. Supper is at 6 o'clock. Good music in attendance. Cousin, wash your hands and accompany me. You won't find a husband at the bottom of the garden. T, who is this cousin? We need to find out who this cousin is. I know you think I'm crazy for doing this. I need to know what their name was. The initial was T. Who was this cousin? Thomas. It was Thomas. I find that to be kind of funny that you're so concerned that we, the character Arabella, cannot find a husband. Okay, anyways, back to what we were doing. This side. Well, that's kind of cute. Oh, another story. The hare and the tortoise. At midday, a hare and a tortoise took a walk together. The hare moved quickly and noticed the tortoise struggling to keep up. The hare laughed and challenged the tortoise to a race. The tortoise accepted. Well, I feel like we all know this story. A course was decided and the race began. The hare immediately leapt out of sight, but then laid down to take a nap, sure that the tortoise would never catch up. The tortoise plodded slowly on, making his way towards the finish line. When the hare awoke from his nap, he opened his eyes just in time to see the tortoise crawling slowly across the finish line. The proud hare had been so sure that he would win and underestimated the tortoise. As the tortoise crossed the finish line, he exclaimed, "Slow and steady wins the race." Take that, you stupid hare. The rising sun. Give me a story. Don't just... I have not seen any seeds. Just kind of concerning. Wait, what do I do? What? What am I missing? Because we cannot go in the study. We don't have the key. Huh? What in the heckin'? Oh, it has to do with this. But how the frick would I know? Jesus, that freaks me out really bad. Um, I honestly haven't the foggiest, like, what I'm supposed to be doing. Wonders of the night sky. Or maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to be doing the stories that are just laying about, which is the wonders of the night sky. But then, no, because, yeah, you're definitely supposed to do it in some type of order. It's just, how would I know which story? The rising sun. You know what? I'm just gonna assume it's the order of which I read them. So it was like the crow, the night sky, the fish, the hare, and the sun. Never mind. That's I dude, I don't even know. Am I supposed to be looking for another clue? None of the books were clues? Huh, interesting. Dude, I have no idea. I might have to ask Dr. Google because I can't be bothered to try and figure this out. Because, like, there's no other thing I have to interact with. Like, what am I supposed to get from this? And then the stories, it's not like they have numbers in them, right? To kind of indicate which specific order. Bruh. I might have to ask Dr. Google. Okay, I did end up asking Dr. Google, and I guess it makes sense now. So, okay, okay, let me explain. Dr. Google told me that technically there's actually no specific directions in which it was supposed to tell you this, but the answer is basically the time of day for this puzzle. So obviously the first one is sunrise, which is the closed book, and then the night sky one is the last one. So in order to figure out which time of day the other three are, you have to look at the specific time. So the fox and the crow, it says one evening, which should be later in the day. The other two, for example, the goldfish, it says one bright morning. The first sentence, like the first line, it says one bright morning. That's like your hint. The hare and the tortoise, it says at midday. So that makes more sense. It's just I have no idea how you were supposed to figure that out. And even when I was reading through the instructions on Dr. Google, it says that there's literally no way to find out this puzzle other than to just figure out like the timing of it with the book. Like the game seriously does not tell you. So I'm pretty sure I was not gonna figure that out. So that obviously we're just gonna trust Dr. Google. So sunrise is the first one. One bright morning was the fish. Midday was the hare and the tortoise. Evening was the crow. And then the other closed book was the nightfall. Yep, that was it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how you were supposed to figure that out, man. Sunset 1st of May, red, orange, yellow, pink. Sunset 22nd of May, bluey. Blue, yellow, pink, orange. Sunset 8th of July, blue, purple, pink, orange. Interesting. Damn. Grandma's secret vault has a bunch of... Ooh, we got ourselves a seed. Nightfall. In which we don't have any clues whatsoever. Oh, we have a key to the study. Nice. We have ourselves Grandma's research. Nightfall progress. I have been trying to encourage the nightfall to bloom for a little while now. I'm determined to prove that it's more than just a myth. So far, I have deduced that the flower opens at sunset and only during a particular time of year. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I shall plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. Tasks for this month: monitor nightfall seedlings, rose planting list, collect field samples, and seed collection. So she gets her love of botany from her grandmother? Because so far I haven't really heard anything from her parents, right? It's mostly her grandmother. These are very interesting. She painted the times of day. So that was our first hint, right? As well as the paintings, I guess. But I don't know how you can just figure that out alone. London Record. Lindley appointed chair of botany at University College London. After an esteemed early career as assistant secretary to the Horticultural Society and admission as one of the youngest ever fellows to the Linnean Society, John Lindley plans to elevate the science of botany. He spoke thus in his inaugural lecture. It has been very much the fashion of late years in this country to undervalue the importance of this science, and to consider it an amusement for ladies rather than an occupation for the serious thoughts of man. Bruh. Lindley also challenged the Linnean classification system and proposes many changes. I'm gonna just ignore that. That's not. Okay, thank goodness. So that doesn't really tell us much just for the nightfall alone. I mean, even her herself did not determine what specific time we should be doing this. So we have another seed here. Sapphire Gloom. Very interesting seed. River Swan Egg. Oh gosh. Blue Heron. Shell Duck. Crested Owl Egg. Whoa. Golden Mallard Egg. Red-billed Moorhen Egg. Quail Egg. Shoveler Duck Egg. Speckled Sparrow Egg. Kingfisher Egg. Interesting. Tree diseases. Red tree pox. If a tree is infected with red tree pox, many small red spots will be visible on the bark. It can usually be cured by adding fertilizer to the soil of the tree. Hypoxylin causes black patches to form on the bark of the tree. It's usually a sign that the tree is lacking in hydration and won't stay alive for much longer. Oh, that's a shame. Root parasite. The root parasite is a fungus that forms purple rings on the bark and roots. The parasite leaches the nutrients that the tree receives from the soil. Eventually, it causes the tree to dry out and lose all of its leaves. There is currently no known cure. Bark rust is a disease that isn't very harmful to the tree. It's usually caused by excess hydration and too much sunlight. Are these like actual facts though? It's very interesting to be reading about, actually. Mushroom food sources. Just like plants, fungi need food sources to grow strong and healthy. However, some fungi haven't always had access to nutrients through soil and have evolved to retrieve it in different ways. This means they have become carnivorous because they only acquire the nutrients they need by consuming other living organisms such as flies, bugs, and plants. Some mushrooms even get their nutrients from feeding on another type of fungus or parasite. Mushrooms growing on a tree is usually a sign that they are consuming the tree, so you should remove them immediately. Not always the case. Oh. Professor's note. Arabella, I have some more books from the department that may be of interest for your research. One I recall was a favorite of your father's. If you have any trouble when you visit the college, tell the secretary you are collecting materials for your uncle, so long as they are returned before summer ends. The other professors won't notice. Best of luck with your research, Uncle Theodore. Thanks, Uncle. I knew you had my back. Meadow Orchids of Britain. Oh, it's by John Montague. Letter from Anne. My dear friend, I have been pondering these last weeks what could be the best way to see your remarkable flora reach the wider world, since it is so seldom we are able to see our work published. Considering your uncle's reputation in the scientific field, have you considered asking him to publish your herbarium under his name? It may not give you the recognition you deserve personally, but it would be a way to reach your goal of adding to the scientific record on botany. Do consider it. I would hate for such important research to stay hidden away. With warmest regards, Anne. I understand, but I really don't like that. It was my research. Like, why do I have to publish it in another person's name? Like, that's not right. But I know that's just how it was with the way of the world. Okay, what do I do now? Am I able to... Well, that was the only two I needed? Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, where is even the table with the seeds? Am I just supposed to get it from the front? Maybe? Because that's kind of very anticlimactic that I would have to get it from the front. I mean, the fact that there's no table with the seeds up there, I guess we just have to get it from... Oh, you know what? Maybe we're supposed to grow it here. You know what? That makes sense. Is that all I had to do? Oh, wait. Okay. Let's get the pot. Let's get the soil. Sapphire gloom. And then water. Oh, would you look at that? We got ourselves the mushroom. I'm assuming we put it here, because... Oh, gosh. Oh. That makes a lot more sense now. The sapphire gloom is a widely misunderstood mushroom. It grows commonly on trees and as opposed to popular belief, the mushroom consumes its parasites rather than the tree itself. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe that was the reason why there was no table in the library. It kind of forced you to go over here, and then you see the tree, and then you kind of realize, oh, maybe this is where you're supposed to put the sapphire gloom. That's actually very clever. I like that. And now that we bloomed the tree a little bit, those branches up there that was blocking the door, that's out of the way now. But I will definitely be saving that for the next part because we have been recording for quite a while. I was kind of wandering around not understanding a bunch of stuff, especially the stupid book thing, the bookshelf. That right there was probably like my least favorite part because I don't know, it was just such a poorly thought out puzzle. Um, it was a nice puzzle, but at the same time, like, how in the heck were you supposed to figure that out? I mean, I'm not the smartest person in the world, so it could just be me being stupid, but I don't know, I didn't really like that one. But, we're just gonna save the rest of the flowers in the next part. So, it's nice to see a bunch more will be able to bloom in this chapter. So, next time on Botany Manor, we'll be taking care of the other flowers in our herbarium, Forgotten Flora. Which one we'll be doing next, I'm not sure, but I look forward to seeing the other stuff. Especially the Nightfall. I really want to know what it looks like. It sounds like a really cool flower. This one, like, I feel like it just looks like any basic fern. Like, I'm not too excited about that. This one the silhouette looks pretty cool. Uh, I'm not too sure where the attic is. Maybe it's probably in that other area that we finally opened up. But yeah, next time we'll be taking care of that. Next part we'll be continuing on to this next area. It doesn't even have a name, so we will be going into the unknown. See you guys then.